what can you say as someone who is considered as a minority group in Iran? So you became a communist.
Yeah, I didn't become.
So you became a communist.
Actually, like every young person.
And I guess I would like to say this phrase, seeking the truth. And right now it's being held hostage, I guess, by the Iraqi government. Turkish is a name given to the people of Turkey. Turkic is a name given to the ethnicity of a major group of people.
It's actually an algorithm in computer science, actually. Yes. It's divide and conquer. So at the end, I can say, Vivre La Resistance.
That's why we didn't choose a name that is related to the youth or the young people. We especially chose the Elderly Council as a name for us.
Actually, you talked about the competition. I'm going to tell you a story about the crabs.
The more you put in, the more you take out. Done. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Depending on when you're watching this, this is the Elderly Council. I'm your host, Iron, and I'm honored to have Ali as my guest to our first episode of our new series that we're gonna start called Dilbaz. Ali, how are you?
Thank you. And first of all, I had to thank you for having me right now and right here. And after that, as you told everyone, we're here to talk about a new series that is coming, an upcoming series. Yes. It's going to be a little suspicious and let's not
mysterious.
Mysterious. Yeah. Let's not give some spoilers to everyone. It's going to be interesting and something out of pocket, out of box. It's not something really regular, and it's not something that everyone has done it before. It's something a little different, and as we always do, something really different and new. We're going to do a series. Its name is Dilbaz, and actually we have talked about the name before, and we haven't completely decided on the name, but we think that the name is appropriate for the series, and we're going to continue with this until the further notice.
Yes, you're completely right. Thank you for explaining about the series as a start of this podcast. And I would like to first start with our channel's name. Elderly Council. As you can see in the background, it says İhtiyar Heyeti'nin, which translates from Turkish as Elderly Council Productions. And this is a channel where the true revolution starts here, as I always state to my friends. And I would first like to thank one of the members of the channel who is right now behind the camera. His name is Bravery. I would like to thank Mr. Bravery for his continuous support on our channel. And it's really, I just want to continue on first of all with my feelings, because it's really so weird coming back to the channel with all of these Turkish content and starting a new content in English. I don't know, like I used to obtain a really good understanding of the English language, better than Turkish. But like from the time I moved to Turkey and started talking Turkish, my Turkish got better, but my English got worse. And I really hate to state this because I would like to apologize from now if we have any mistake in grammar or in diction, because we are talking in a language that we are not so familiar of in these days. I used to be familiar, and I used to always like write in English, talk in English. I used to have friends who were only speaking in English better, let's say, than their native languages. But now we came to this channel. By the way, this channel is not only mine, it's everyone's actually. It's an open community for all the Turkish youth and youth abroad that want to join us for creating the contents. That's why I first of all mentioned the person behind the camera, and then of course I mentioned you as having you here as our guest. So let's start with that notice. That's why I just wanted to start by apologizing to the people if we couldn't speak properly, because like I said, English is not our main language for now. Let's first talk about you, Ali. You actually spoke about our new series, but why are you here? Why are we friends? How did it all started? Why are you a guest and also a member of the Elderly Council?
Actually, first of all, before I start speaking, I have to do the exact apology that Mr. Iron King did before, because English is not our mother tongue, and we may have lots of mistakes, but I'm sorry before saying everything. And yeah, I remember that I used to go to the balcony of the dormitory, and I used to listen to music with loud voices, and you actually saw that, and you came back to my room, and you said, "Do you play these musics? Is the one that plays this music you?" And I said, "Yeah," and we started becoming friends, and you used to come to our room, I used to come into your room, and we started to be good friends, actually. But the day that you came with the idea of this council, I remember that day, and the moment that we shook hands and said, "Let's do this," was on a topic that we said, as I have heard before from a Turkish scientist. His name is Celal Şengör, and he was talking about the elite class in Turkey and the low amount of elite people in Turkey and absolutely in Middle East. And we said, let's make the youth of the Middle East and Turkey, Iran, and every country in Middle East, let's make them elite class. Let's make them,
more eligible.
Yeah, more eligible towards towards those goals. And let's read together. Let's do perfect things together. Let's make great content, educative, and innovative content together to make actually an elite class.
Yes,
in these countries, right. Yeah. And if I want to introduce myself, I had to do it at the beginning, actually.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
My name is Ali. I'm from Iran. I came here 5 years ago, and I study computer engineering in Ankara University. It's my last year that I'm in this major. And what should I say, actually?
No, it's enough. I
think
guess.
That's enough.
Yeah. People at least had an idea right now on how we met. We met in the dormitory, and we continued having a good friendship relationship towards our studies. And yes, I came up with many ideas actually to Ali. It's not the first time we're partners in the things that we do. I actually came to you before this with a student community that we had in our university. He was also there with us. He was also there helping us. And I actually admired Ali being someone that has really good ideas, is hardworking, is someone who I can work easily with, and is someone who has ideals, who has like a goal, who has goals, and who has like a specific thing to do in life. And this actually made me think that we can actually join our forces so that we can, like what you said, create something greater than what we do eventually by ourselves. So we just joined our forces, and I think it's for the best. And I am really, really happy that you are here. You are by my side, and you're willing to help not only for the Turkish youth, but like what you said, the youth of many Middle Eastern or many, like what the Western world says, third world countries that need our help, the youth that needs our help, because we are aware of some things and we are here to raise the awareness. In this will be, by the way, the only content, the only episode that is gonna have me and you, non-scripted, just talking, having a chit chat on a podcast scene, because the other episodes of this series is gonna be scripted and it's gonna be something special. I don't want to go into further details, but it's gonna be something that no one has ever done, and I'm sure if you follow us and if you subscribe to our channel, you're gonna love what you're gonna see. And hopefully we're gonna start working on it very soon, and we're gonna announce when the continuation of the series is going to be out. But let's talk then on the topics that we are here for, the topics of the youth of Turkey and generally the youth of Middle East. What can you say as someone who is considered as a minority group in Iran? You consider yourself as a Iran Turk, right? Iranian Turk.
Yes.
And you've been through some things there. You've been through some things here. What are the differences of let's say, the society that you have been and now you are a part of. So there are two different societies, and you've been through both of them. Let us take your thoughts on your, what can I say this, on your trajectory or on your travel, on your path, let's say on your path. Let's take your thoughts on your path and how did you come here, and what are your future plans? I really want to hear that also.
It's a wide thing that you asked me.
Yes.
If I want to answer it, it takes long actually. But you talked about the minority in Iran. There are lots of minority and majorities in Iran, religious and ethnically minorities. Like we have Jewish people in Iran, we have Arabs, we have Turks, we have Kurds, and there are lots of ethnicities in Iran.
You have Armenians also.
Yeah, we also have Armenians, as the word ethno-religious, like Jewish people and Armenians.
Yes,
actually.
Exactly.
We call them Armenians. The Armenians in Persian, that the term that we talk about, it means the people who belong to the country of Armenia and live in Iran, and they are Christian.
Yeah, Christians.
Yeah, and these are the minorities. But if I want to, tell you the percentage of each minority, it's mostly Azerbaijanis in Iran.
Yeah.
As the new statistics that I have seen, it's about 40 million. It's not just in Azerbaijan province, it's in Hamadan, it's in Isfahan, it's in Tehran, it's in everywhere actually. The Turkic people, the Turkic origin people, they live in there. They live actually in everywhere in Iran. And what was the next question?
Sorry. No, I was like, what did you see? Like, as someone growing up in a different society, then coming here and living your youngster years, let's say you lived here. What were the differences? Like, what can you comment on as having an education abroad and then coming to Turkey and having an education here also?
So about the education, I was preparing for my university exam in Iran, and I got to see the opportunity of a scholarship named Turkish scholarships. And I registered and I sent my documents and I hopefully got accepted. And I came to Turkey, and it's my 5th year, and it was actually pretty good, pretty different. I got lots of experiences, so many different experiences, most of them. And it was really good, it was really educating, and I had absolutely bad experience, like everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
But as it was actually a pronoun that I want to say, no one is your friend or your enemy. Yeah, proverb. Yeah. Sorry. No one is your friend or your enemy. Everyone is your teacher.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Nice.
You can learn from each of your experiences, your good or bad experiences. And I came here and I got to know some new friends. They were from Tabriz and they were from Shiraz, and some new friends from new cities that I haven't been in there before. I didn't see lots of places in Iran, lots of cities in Iran. That's actually, unfortunately, I didn't see. I didn't travel a lot, but I saw them. I saw the culture. I saw the thoughts that they have, and it was very different. I got a little bit, Turkish nationalist in the beginning because they were like that, and after I passed away from them, I started realizing that there is some problems in there, and they're just trying to...
So you became a communist.
Yeah, I didn't become...
So you became a communist.
Actually, like every young person, you get attracted to communism because it tells you equality, and you're living in an unequal society, and you're living the poorness and the hardness in your life. This is actually the hardest time in your life, and the idea of communism, gets so attractive to you. You get so attracted to communism and you go there. But if you really go and study and read the books, Das Kapital, for example, the Manifest of Communism by Karl Marx, you will really understand that it's not something that really works. And if you look at the history, you will actually see that the communist governments didn't really work well.
Yes.
As we saw the biggest one, Soviet Union. Yes. And after that, I became just a normal person, actually. But I keep studying. I updating myself every day.
Nice.
And I try to get.
You're open to changes.
Yeah, I'm really open to changes.
That's
actually
amazing.
like that. Yeah.
That's amazing. I asked this question especially because I wanted also the audience to know also that we get a lot of people, all sorts of people inside this channel, and we like to host you guys and get you as guests here to our shows because we like to show the world that even if we have differences in our ideologies and how we live our lives, we don't have differences in what I call in our hearts. In Turkish, it says it goes by the name of gönül, and I like to always use this word in Turkish also because I actually truly believe that if what we are seeing as in what's our trajectory is, then we are probably partners in this path. We are like what communists say, comrades in this
absolutely.
path. And I really like this because we don't have to necessarily obtain the same ideologies and obtain the same ways of life or the same religion or the same ethnic background. We just are here, and I guess I would like to say this phrase, seeking the truth. And after we seek the truth, we are here to convey to the public. And that's what I always think of. It's not only that we are the youth and we always, talk about things that are related to the youth only. No, we would like for every person in our society or in the third world societies to look at us and to see us doing what we think as right. Because, even nowadays, everything is controversial and truth is also controversial. So, yeah. Continuing on,
yes.
Mr. Ali, I would first like to thank you in front of our audience for the jersey that you got me and gifted me. Thank you so much. Thank you for you, and thanks for Kamyab, our friend from Iran also. I would like to thank him also in front of the camera. Ali, let's talk on a topic that rose to the public's attention, and it's the topic of Türkmeneli. Folks, let me tell you what's Türkmeneli. Türkmeneli is a region in Iraq or Iraq, as some people say. It's a region in Iraq, and it's a region where the Turkmens live, and right now it's being held hostage, I guess, by the Iraqi government to be given to the Kurdish autonomous region of Iraq. And I am actually trying to raise awareness for this because they're doing this in a really important and historical city or region, let's say. It's actually a really important historical site. It's Kirkuk. And Kirkuk is a really, really important national topic for all Turkic people. Not Turkish. There's a big difference between Turkish and Turkic. And I would like to say that from now, Turkish is a name given to the people of Turkey. Turkic is a name given to the ethnicity of a major group of people which live not only in Turkey, in Türkiye, in other words, they live in many Middle Eastern countries and Asian countries. There are also Turkic people in Europe. There are also Turkic people in Africa. There are Turkic people all around the world. And there's a big difference between Turkic and Turkish. So Kirkuk is a really, really important heritage for all Turkic people. And right now it's trying to be pushed. I guess that's the word that we can use. Pushed and given to the autonomous Kurdish region, which the Turkmens don't want to give. And not only the Turkmens, as what I heard, that the Arab tribes also are against this. And it's actually a really important political, not only cultural, but also political topic, because it's always involved with the European countries and, of course, America. Because even though it's officially out of Iraq, it's definitely not completely out of Iraq. So this is a topic that I want to raise awareness of. I would like to make sure that the Turkmen people know for a fact that not only the Turkish youth, but many youth all around the world are supporting their righteous resistance towards the external powers. And I hope for the best, and I hope to see a day where Türkmeneli is actually independent and is actually an official country that supports Turkey and that Turkey supports. That's my comment on it. And what do you think we can do related to this, especially considering our series?
Actually, I'm going to start with this. The the bigger and greater powers all around the world since World War II, they started funding and giving money and power to the local kings and the owners of the land in the Middle East to make Middle East unstable. As we talked about this, that we're going to be the revolutionist guys.
Yes.
Let's talk the truth about the
symbols of resistance.
Yeah, the symbols
elderly
of resistance,
council.
Yeah, about the resistance and the great powers like UK, France, and United States, and even Russia, China. All of them are giving power to the people that they think they will be useful to them. And in the middle of these wars and the things that happen in the Middle East, many innocent people get killed, and
millions
died in Iraq and in lots of countries actually. And their rights get completely destroyed because of some powers, external powers, that they have nothing to do in these lands, and these lands belong to the people. But because of their benefits, they come here. Because in Iraq, in this region, there are lots of oils, there are lots of minerals, and there are lots of money.
Black gold,
black gold,
baby.
Actually, black gold. There are lots of black gold. Because of that, it's actually, it was a policy made creatively by British people, British politicians. It's actually an algorithm in computer science, actually. It's divide and conquer. And in all these lands, they're dividing the ethnicities and the other the old religions that are they're living
the religious
there.
Groups,
the religious groups.
Them.
They tell them that this group that was living 100 years next to you and you were friends, you're not friends anymore, and you're enemies, and you must fight each other. We give you weapons, and we were expecting to get some oil. And the people, the innocent people that are living there, get their lives destroyed. And in my opinion, it's actually the thought of the external powers who they're seeking
more
benefits.
More chaos, and more especially chaos, a really important historically, politically, culturally, and also economically region like Iraq. My heart goes towards all the Turkmen and all the Turkic people that are trying to raise their voice. To be honest, I seriously don't want to make this episode or make this channel related to politics and solely politics only. I just like to, when I see something or when I see someone, some people resisting towards what they think is wrong, I like to be a part of that fight. I like to support them for what they want as something as their rights. And what is their rights? It's their lands. And like what I said, Kirkuk is a really, really important site, region, city for all Turkic people, because historically it was known place, known region for many of the Turkic civilizations, as you know. And I don't know what else to say. That's why I'm saying, like, the politics, especially in Middle East, it's so complicated, so sophisticated, and so controversial that I actually really don't like to talk about it a lot. But you actually summarized it in a really good way. You said divide and conquer, and it is actually like that. I truly believe this is the case. But what happens is that innocent people die, innocent people get betrayed, they get brainwashed by idiotic ideologies that don't benefit them at all. And this happens all the time. And we, as people that have awareness, we are here to also spread this awareness and make sure that none of the innocent lives, especially in Iraq, in Syria, in the Middle East, are taken anymore, especially by evil forces. Why I say evil is not because of their ethnical backgrounds or of their countries or what they are accused of, or of wars and things like that. I say evil because, like what you said, they have benefits in this. They have benefits in the wars. They have benefits in the chaos that's going on in the Middle East.
So at the end, I can say, Vivre la Resistance.
No more to add to this slogan, and I would like to then switch this topic to a more moderate to a more calm topic, which is us and the surroundings and what are we doing as a channel overall. I would like to explain myself and the channel as a whole, because people will always have questions about this. Why are we here? Why are we doing this? Don't worry, guys. We're not doing this for the fame. We're not doing this for the money. We're not doing so we become YouTubers, or we're not doing so we become, superstars or like public figures. We are not from these people. We are actually doing this to make sure that what the Western agenda, what the Western world imposes on us, and especially on the Turkish youth, which I see as a venomous thing, we are the antidote of this venom. We are the elderly council. We are only against towards the things that only specific powers rule and control and impose, inject in the minds of the youth of especially the third world country. That's why we didn't choose a name that is related to the youth or the young people. We especially chose the elderly council as a name for us, so that we start off by making a bold statement with an irony. Because we in this channel are the youth of this country. We have people that will definitely join their forces with us that are the youth of other countries, and we are nowhere near an age that is considered elderly, but we still go by the name as the elderly council. Because, like I said, it's a statement. It's actually the first step to our resistance towards these forces that like I said, mentioned as evil forces, as forces that should be kept away from our countries, from our borders, from our cultures, from our heritage, from our regions, in general, from ourselves. We're not only here to become ethical journalists or to become ethical showmen or hosts. We are here to add ourselves first on what we do and what we think and what we're creating. First, to like what you said at first, you use the word update, and I would like to use the word improve, because we are here to first improve ourselves as human beings, as the youth, as the young people, and then give the opportunity to make sure other people in our situation or in a situation that is similar to our situation have the opportunity to improve themselves. And that's what makes us stand out from the norm. Because fuck the norm. I'll explain to you in pages, in millions of pages, about what the fuck the norm wants and how the norm is, acting nowadays. Because especially what I see in our surroundings is a really different understanding of competition. There is no sportsmanship in competition, and especially in our surrounding, because they see competition as a opening, as an opportunity to fuck over the person or the organization, not to improve themselves to a point that they're better than that person or that organization. They always think, okay, if someone is good at something, then let me be sure he gets worse at that something while I'll stay in the same spot. But because the person against me, or it's not against, we don't use the word against, the person that I consider as in a competition with me gets worse, I stay in the same place, so he or she becomes lower than me.
Exactly.
In any field, in any subject, in any factor of life. That's something that I really hate and I really do not condone in any point of time. For me, competition is to improve myself. I would like to say something towards especially my classmates and the people that I know in Turkey and in Ankara. You guys, you always improve yourself, or at least try to improve yourself in just one path, one trajectory, one point of your life. And you stay there. Let's say in our class, there are so many people that try to improve themselves in their own major, in chemical engineering, but forget that as human beings, as modern human beings in a postmodern era, we should also improve our social skills. We should also improve our technological skills, or we should also improve our languages, our foreign languages. We should also improve ourselves as human beings. We should, I don't know, people see concerts as a goal. People see concerts as a goal. The point is that we're in a time, especially for Turkey, for the country of Turkiye, that the youth see something that the Europeans see as just a place to hang out, concert, as a goal. Because for us to go to a concert, we should pay a minimum amount, which is like probably more than what a European young person would pay, times 2, times 3, even in euros, which is a big difference as in economical factors. We have to pay that minimal price for going to the concert. You go to the concert, you should always, just not go there, just, listen to some music, but you should also have fun. For some people, having fun is, taking alcohol or taking some, type of drink. And for that, you should also pay more than the average European does. And when you do this, it always comes as, at the end of the month, let's go to a concert. Or a concert is gonna come, like my favorite musician is gonna come to this place. Would you want to go? And you hear this question not often, not like you don't hear this question every week or every day. You sometimes hear this every month. I sometimes hear this question every 6 months. So even the basic form of entertainment for the Turkish people, for the Turkish youth, is something so high, so elite, like what you said, that any average European person could do this every day and not spend that much from their bank accounts or from their wages. But for the Turkish youth, you see this as something really big, something really important, because they see this as a goal. They don't see themselves, being that person. They don't see themselves giving the concerts. They don't see themselves actually playing an instrument. They don't want to give the time, the attention, the energy needed to improve themselves, to become better versions of themselves, and to actually make a change. They don't want the change. They don't want to see the change. They don't want to be a part of the change. We as elderly council, we are the change itself. We are not part of it. We are the change. Because we changed our lives. We changed our trajectories. We changed our paths to be here, to join our forces, and to speak the truth that we think is right. And when we are doing this, we never ever think about fucking over some organization or some person, or trying to destroy their lives, or trying to, throw out something that would ruin their lives and, create chaos. We are not here for chaos. We are here for peace, actually. And people, because they are so selfish, they are so biased about this, that they never ever see themselves in other perspectives. And that's a really big problem in especially our Turkish youth. That's something that I had to speak about, because it's the modern reality of Turkey and Turkish people. And I hate being in this situation. And I know that I think in a really different manner, and I have different thoughts on many of the things that are going in Turkey. But excuse my anger and excuse my hard expression towards a topic like this, because I always face with these things, and I really find people that think in a way that will actually elevate them to bigger positions and to become bigger people, better versions of themselves. Unfortunately, people think being a better version of yourself is just by having a trained body, let's say, just going to the gym, eating healthy. But no, we have morals, we have dignity, we have values, we have human values that are really necessary in any period of time. Just because we live in a postmodern era, and just because social media is now the main part of our lives, we cannot forget ourselves as human beings. And this is a topic that I always emphasize on. Please, guys, focus on yourself. Focus on yourself first, then your family, then your loved ones, then the society, your people, then your country as a final goal. Don't think small, always think big. Always have a vision bigger than your own ego, than your own self. Because the bigger the vision, the bigger I don't know what
the goal is going to be.
Yeah, the bigger the vision, the bigger the goal is. It was a long
conversation.
Yes, it was a really long talk, because I have been through this all the time, and I actually hate it because people seriously are lacking a good understanding of competition, a good understanding of sportsmanship, a good understanding of ethical engineering. So I don't know. There are a lot more to say, but hopefully, like I said, the elderly council is the change itself. So hopefully, we change the mindset of many people, especially in our surroundings, so that we strive, we work, we hustle more towards a better future, a more sustainable future, a peaceful future. I got emotional, guys. So pardon me for getting a bit, like what I said, angry about this topic, but I had to say it, and I stated it. And yeah. Anything you want to add?
Actually, you talked about the competition. I'm going to tell you a story about the crabs.
Yeah.
Actually, one fisherman was fishing some crabs.
Mm-hmm.
Is it true?
Crabs?
Was fishing some crabs.
Okay.
And he was putting the crabs in a bucket, which that bucket wasn't so deep. And some guy was passing around and asked him that why this bucket is not so deep, and they could get out and run away.
Yeah.
But he told him that when a crab that is on the top is going to get out of the bucket, the one under him pulls him down. And yeah, that's the reason that they cannot run away. The ones that are under them, they push them down and they cannot go out of them and out of the bucket. And at the end of the day, no crab can get out of the bucket, and all of them are going to die. So the problem here is the mindset of the crabs.
Yes.
And if we want to differentiate ourselves with the crabs, it's the important thing is the mindset. We have to change the mindset, the competition, and we have to give each other opportunities. And
Definitely.
when we give someone opportunity, they give us some opportunities back, and we can grow together. Not just I stay here and you just go down.
Yes,
actually,
exactly. And I would like to add something as a final note on this topic. Dear audience, I would like to state that I am no David Goggins. I am nowhere near that guy. But if I know that in the time that I wake up and work and think and create, another person is fucking lying down there on their asses, sleeping, I know for a fact that I deserve the success more than him or her. So please, while you judge others and while you start, like what Ali said, while you try to bring down others, please first go to that fucking mirror, look at yourself, and make sure to tell yourself that you deserve this, cause you don't. Cause you don't, and you know this for a fact, and only the winners are only the people that actually run that mile without complaining, without nagging, without crying, and making sure that the suffering and the pain is pleasurable. And for me, what I'm doing, even if it's so painful, even if it's hard, I love this hardship, I love this pain, and for me, all of these things that I live, even if it's bad, even if it's really, really bad, even if it makes me want to cry, it's pleasurable. That's why I deserve to be successful. That's why I am succeeding. And that's why whether or not you would like to be a part of this or you would like to put us down, pull us down, you won't succeed. Because like I said, while you're sleeping, I'm hustling. And that's how the life goes. The more you put in, the more you take out. Done.
Okay, folks. This was an introduction to the Dilbaz series, and it was a small episode that you get to know me as an actor that I'm going to act in this series.
Will we have other people, by the way, in
I
the series?
think we're going to have. It would be
better,
interesting. Yeah, if the audience wants that.
Yeah.
We can get your comments and what you think about the series, and we can make it so much better, and we can improve it. And it was an introduction to get to know me better and giving a background about myself and talking about some matters that we had talked before.
The thing is, we talked about the series, but we didn't give any detail about it. Yeah. Why is it Dilbaz? What does Dilbaz mean?
Actually, Dilbaz, it's a mixed word. It's Turkish and Persian. Baz is a postfix in Persian that means playing with something. And dil in Turkish means language. And Dilbaz, in summary, it means that the person who likes different languages and plays with languages and knows lots of languages, like a polyglot actually, but not exactly like polyglot, you're going to see in the series.
Mr. Bravery loves it, by the way. Mr. Bravery actually, behind the camera, he's laughing his ass off, and he's really happy to have the series in the channel.
No, he's not.
So yeah, anyways, Dilbaz, like what you said, is language playing.
Yeah.
Language player, something like that. And we're gonna have different languages in every episode. We're gonna speak in different languages, and it's gonna be scripted. It's gonna be a part of a bigger series. Dilbaz. I don't know what to add. I think we're done.
Yeah, actually, yes.
I would like to thank Celal for always supporting the channel and always asking for more content. We always posted videos in Turkish, but he wanted subtitles. So here you go, Celal. Fuck the subtitles. We are completely speaking in English in this video, just for you and just for the other friends that always wanted to see me speak in English and do things in English. So I would like to thank Celal for always supporting me and especially texting me in this topic. I would also like to thank two of my best friends from high school, Mustafa and Hashim. Hashim is my colleague, by the way. He's also a journalist. For those who don't know, in this channel, I am a presenter. I'm a host. I host many shows, many different shows, and I do this not only because I like it and it's my hobby to do it, and sometimes I also see this as something spiritual, because I like to serve for my country and serve for my people. I also do this because it's also part of my job and part of the major that I graduated in. I also have a degree since the June of 2023 in journalism and new media. And I would like to also thank Turan Shah, our friend. Maybe I've also spoken with you about him. He's our friend from Türkmeneli. And I would like to thank one of my other friends from high school, Tarık or Tarek. I don't know how do you spell these Arabic names in English, but we used to call him Tarek. So I would like to thank him for also texting me and supporting me. And I would like to give the last shout-outs, Omar and Sarkis. Also my high school, one of my favorite high school teachers, Miss Yelena. I would like to give her a shout-out here. I hope all of the people that I mentioned are doing well, and I hope for them the best. And I also would like to mention, lastly, your friend's name, Puya. Puya, if you're watching this, hi.
Yeah.
We are saying hi to you. Mr. Ali, thank you for being here.
And thank you for having me.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, it was a pleasure for me too.
Yeah, being here and speaking on important topics. And last but not least, please, if you like this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel if you want to see more English videos and more English related content. And don't forget to leave us a comment, and we are always open to your criticism. If you want to criticize us, Mr. Bravery would love to hear that, and he's gonna go through all the comments one by one, reading and also commenting on your criticism. So don't forget to do that, especially if you have any ideas that they want to share with us. Maybe they would also want to contribute to this series. Maybe want to contribute with other topics relating to the Middle East and the third world countries. We would love to hear that. Anything else you want to add, Mr. Ali?
No, actually, I talked about many important topics, and I think for the introduction, that's enough.
Yeah.
And we are going to see you
soon.
Soon, actually, yeah, soon, very soon. Maximum, I don't know, 2 weeks later.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. See you later. See you later.
See you later, alligator. All right, then that's it, folks. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, great night,
Night,
great morning.
Depend on when you're watching.
Yeah.
Actually.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.